Imagine a normal American family. A tired dad who promised his kids a better life. A mom who stretches every dollar just to keep the fridge full. Two kids who don't understand the difference between a need and a want yet. Now imagine it's Thanksgiving night. The house is quiet, food is still on the table, but their phones are already glowing. Notifications, emails, exclusive deal. 1 day only, limited stock. Don't miss out, ads everywhere. The kids are excited. The dad is scrolling. The mom says, "Maybe this is the year we finally buy that big TV." And that's the moment everything changes. Because Black Friday isn't just a shopping day, it's a psychological battlefield. What most people don't realize is that Black Friday was never designed to help families. It was created to control them, to push them, to break their discipline. It's designed like a casino, bright lights, loud colors, big numbers, countdown timers. The brain goes into survival mode. Logic turns off. Emotion takes over. Dopamine floods your system. Suddenly, a regular person becomes a hunter, racing against a fake clock for deals that were carefully staged weeks ago. Prices get raised just so that they can be slashed. Urgency is manufactured. Fear is planted, and people feel like winners even when they're losing. In that same house, the dad doesn't know it yet, but he's already been profiled. His browsing habits, his past purchases, his location, his income range, even how long he pauses on a product, all of that has already been analyzed. Not by a human, but by silent algorithms. Artificial intelligence decides which deals he sees. AI predicts how much emotional pressure he can handle. AI even knows that because he searches for toys and electronics, he's more likely to overspend tonight. So the system pushes harder. Bigger discounts, faster countdowns, personalized temptations. This is not random. This is engineered. And while it all looks exciting, something more dangerous is happening behind the scenes. Credit cards are pulled out. Payment plans are selected. By now, pay later feels harmless, but it quietly turns into a promise your future self has to suffer for. The cart fills up. The heart beats faster. The finger finally presses confirm order. And for a few minutes, it feels amazing. Like a victory? Like control. Like success. But here's the dark part. Nobody likes to talk about January comes. The excitement is gone. The packages are just boxers now. The shiny stuff becomes normal. The credit card bill arrives. The bank account feels lighter. Stress enters the house. Arguments happen. Silent regret sits on the table next to the same family that just wanted to feel happy for one night. And this same cycle repeats in millions of homes every single year. That's why some companies make the biggest profit of the entire year in just a single weekend. Not because they love customers, but because they understand human weakness better than humans do. Right here in this moment, if you're still watching, I want you to pause for just 1 second. And if this story feels real to you or someone you love, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Not because it has a cliche, but because this channel is for people who want awareness, power, and control back in their lives. And trust me, what's coming next might just change the way you see the world forever. Another thing nobody talks about is that Black Friday is no longer just one Friday. It is an entire season of psychological pressure. Black Week, Cyber Monday, holiday deals, year-end sale, every screen, every app, every billboard. It's not an accident. It's conditioning. It trains your brain to associate happiness with purchasing, success with owning, worth with spending. And when a person doesn't buy anything, they start feeling like they missed out, like they failed some invisible test. But the truth is the opposite. The real power is not in buying. The real power is in not needing to. That's what scares the system the most. A person who can walk away, a person who can pause, a person who can say, "Not today," because that person can't be controlled by countdowns or fake discounts. That person is free. Now let's zoom out, because this isn't just about families. This is about society. Black Friday is one of the largest financial events in the world. Billions of dollars move in hours. Warehouses empty. Servers crash. Delivery trucks flood the roads. But where does most of that money actually go? Not to workers. Not to families. not to communities. It climbs upward, to shareholders, to corporations, to the top of the pyramid. And this isn't a conspiracy. It's how the system is built. And as technology becomes more advanced, this game becomes more precise, more personal, more powerful. AI is starting to predict what you want before you even know you want it. Soon you won't be searching for products. Products will be searching for you. They'll evolve their prices based on your emotional state, your urgency, your loneliness, your joy. It sounds like science fiction, but it's already happening. And now, here's a question nobody asks during Black Friday chaos. What if the best deal isn't something you buy, but something you stop yourself from buying? Because every dollar you don't spend on impulse is a dollar you control. Every decision you delay is a decision you own. Every time you resist the system, you quietly become stronger than it. And that same family from the beginning of this video, they get a second version of the story too. In this version, the dad puts his phone down. The mom closes the laptop. The kids look confused. Then they laugh. They play together. They eat leftovers. They watch an old movie. They create a memory instead of a debt. No boxes arrive, but no regret arrives either. And that's a real win. Because real wealth isn't what you shop for. It's what you protect. It's your peace, your time, your sleep, your future. If this video made you rethink even one decision, then comment below. I choose control over chaos. I'll know you're one of the few who truly gets it. And if you want more real talk about the world of money, psychology, and power, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel isn't about hype. It's about clarity. Black Friday doesn't have to own you. The system doesn't have to control you. And temptation doesn't have to win. The real question is, who's really in charge? Black Friday doesn't win because people are stupid. It wins because people are human. It's engineered like a perfect psychological storm. Every color, timer, testimonial, and flashing price is chosen because it weakens your reasoning and floods your brain with a very simple chemical payoff. Think about it. The limited time sign, the countdown clock, the image of a smiling family. These are not random creative choices. They're behavioral triggers designed to turn calm shoppers into impulsive buyers. Even the language matters. Only today, one left. Exclusive. Final price. All phrases that shortcut your rational mind and yank you into a primitive fight-or-flight loop where fast action feels safe and hesitation feels like loss. And here's the kicker. That system doesn't hunt the careless. It hunts the confident, the planners, the people who think they can outsmart a sale. Why? Because confidence makes you slower to suspect manipulation. You assume you're immune. Meanwhile, the smart plays are happening behind the screen. Algorithms slice your browsing history into tiny segments. They test headlines and thumbnails, and they learn how much pressure gets you to click. You don't see the lab where this all gets optimized. You only see the moment of temptation. The thrill of snagging a deal is powerful. For 2 minutes, a dopamine spike fills the gap inside, and you feel like a winner. But that spike is temporary, and the real cost shows up later as guilt, empty drawers, and a lighter bank balance. The brands and marketplaces keep score over years, not minutes. They know a single successful impulse buy makes you more likely to come back next year. That's how seasonal shopping moves from occasional fun to predictable profit. It's how billions flow upward while millions of families chase the high and forget the math. So understanding the trap means seeing the whole game. Not just the shiny product, but the emotional machinery, the slow training of habit, and the quiet erosion of control that happens when a human brain meets a polished sales engine. The moment you recognize how the game is played, everything changes, not because the sales stop, but because you stop being a predictable player in their game. Turning Black Friday into an advantage begins with a single decision to make purchases from a place of purpose, not reaction. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" ask, "What will actually matter 6 months from now?" Use the chaos to your advantage. Set a rule before you ever open a browser. A waiting period, a financial cap, or a list of real needs. Treat every flashing discount like a quiz for your future self. When you do this, Black Friday shifts from a test of impulse into a tool you can use. Buy durable tools that save you time. snag meaningful gifts planned in advance, or invest the money that others waste on impulse into something that grows a course, a small emergency fund, or a tiny investment that compounds over time. The real winners don't flex with things. They slow down and stack decisions. They build systems, a shopping rule, an emergency buffer, and a simple plan that makes one small sacrifice now to avoid 1,000 regrets later. And here's the softer truth most creators won't say out loud. Sometimes the most powerful buy is the one you don't make. Saying no once isn't deprivation. It's protection. It keeps your relationships calm, your sleep intact, and your credit clean. It preserves options. That's where real freedom lives. So this Black Friday, imagine a different kind of victory. A quiet house, a full fridge, laughter instead of packages, and a bank statement that reflects choices, not emotional band-aids. That kind of success is boring to sell, but it's the only kind that builds real wealth, not the showy kind you post, but the steady kind that arrives like peace, month after month. When you practice this, you stop being owned by a sale and start owning your life. And that, more than any deal, is the biggest bargain you can ever find. The next decision you make won't be for Black Friday. It will be for you. You deserve more than a discount. You deserve control.